Deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Beyond measure.
I'm gonna show you how great I am. Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. I'm gonna show you how great I am. Only last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
This kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew.
I'm gonna show you how great I am. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. I'm gonna show you how great I am. All of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Because if you're willing to go through all the battling you gotta go through to get to where you want to get, who's got the right to stop you? I mean, maybe some of you guys got something you never finished, something you really want to do, something you never said to somebody, something. And you're told no, even after you pay your dues. Who's got the right to tell you that? Who? Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut. It ain't nobody's right to say no. After you earn the right to be what you want to be and do what you want to do. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed, the ghost of the ideas, the dreams, the abilities, the talents given to you by life. And you, for whatever reason, you never acted on those ideas. You never pursued that dream. You never used those talents. We never saw your leadership. You never used your voice. You never wrote that book. And there they are standing around your bed, looking at you with large, angry eyes, saying, we came to you, and only you could have given us life. Now, we must die with you forever. The question is, if you died today, what ideas? What dreams? What abilities? What talents? What gifts? Will die with you.
You know, there's no one else to look to. Expect that they'll pull up the slack. This is your game.
Yeah!
Steady forward. I didn't want to just be a bodybuilding champion. I wanted to be the best bodybuilder of all times. Dig deep down and ask yourselves, who do you want to be? Not what, but who. I'm talking about figuring out for yourselves what makes you happy. You have to think outside the box. That's what I believe. After all, what is the point of being on this earth if all you want to do is be liked by everyone and avoid trouble? We have so many rules in life about everything. I say break the rules, not the law, but break the rules. I remember that after I was finished with my bodybuilding career, I wanted to get into acting. I wanted to be a star in films. Everyone had the same line that it can't be done. Just look at your body. You have this huge, monstrous body, overly developed, that doesn't fit into the movies. But, I didn't listen to all this. These were their rules. I was convinced I could do it. And then I got the big break in Conan the Barbarian. Trust yourself no matter what anyone else thinks. And there the director said if we wouldn't have Schwarzenegger, we would have to build one. Then when I did Terminator, I'll be back. One of the most famous lines in movie history, all because of my crazy accent. It just shows you never listen to that you can't do something. Don't be afraid to fail. Anything I've ever attempted, I was always willing to fail. Don't be afraid of making decisions. You can't be paralyzed by fear of failure, or you will never push yourself. You keep pushing because you believe in yourself and in your vision. And you know that it's the right thing to do. Success will come, so don't be afraid to fail. I mean, how many times have you heard that you can't do this, and you can't do that, and it's never been done before? So pay no attention to the people that say it can't be done. If I would have listened to the naysayers, I would still be in the Austrian Alps yodeling. I would never have come to America. I always listened to myself and said, yes, you can. You never want to fail because you didn't work hard enough. Work your butt off. I always believed leaving no stone unturned. No pain, no gain. When you're out there partying, horsing around, someone out there at the same time is working hard. Someone is getting smarter and someone is winning. Just remember that. You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in the pocket.
Rise and shine. 6 a.m. and your hand can't make it to the alarm clock before the voices in your head start telling you that it's too early, too dark, and too cold to get out of bed. Aching muscles lie still in rebellion, pretending not to hear your brain commanding them to move. A legion of voices are shouting their unanimous permission for you to hit the snooze button and go back to dreamland. But you didn't ask their opinion. The voice you've chosen to listen to is one of defiance. A voice that says there was a reason you set that alarm in the first place. So sit up, put your feet on the floor, and don't look back, because we've got work to do. Welcome to the grind. For what is each day but a series of conflicts between the right way and the easy way? 10,000 streams fan out like a river delta before you, each one promising the path of least resistance. Thing is, you're headed upstream. And when you make that choice, when you decide to turn your back on what's comfortable and safe and what some would call common sense, well, that's day one. From there, it only gets tougher. So just make sure this is something you want, because the easy way out will always be there, ready to wash you away. All you have to do is pick up your feet. But you aren't going to, are you? With each step comes the decision to take another. You're on your way now, but this is no time to dwell on how far you've come. You're in a fight against an opponent you can't see, but oh, you can feel him on your heels, can't you? Feel him breathing down your neck. You know what that is? That's you. Your fears, your doubts, and insecurities all lined up like a firing squad, ready to shoot you out of the sky. But don't lose heart. While they're not easily defeated, they are far from invincible. Remember, this is the grind, the battle royale between you and your mind, your body, and the devil on your shoulder who's telling you that this is just a game. This is just a waste of time. Your opponents are stronger than you. Drown out the voice of uncertainty with the sound of your own heartbeat. Burn away your self-doubt with a fire lit beneath you. Remember what we're fighting for, and never forget that momentum's a cruel mistress. She can turn on a dime with the smallest mistake. She is ever searching for the weak place in your armor, that one tiny thing you forgot to prepare for. So as long as the devil is hiding the details, the question remains, is that all you got? Are you sure? And when the answer is yes, when you've done all you can to prepare yourself for battle, then it's time to go forth and boldly face your enemy, the enemy within. Only now you must take that fight into the open, into hostile territory. You're a lion in a field of lions, all hunting the same elusive prey with a desperate starvation that says victory is the only thing that can keep you alive. So believe that voice that says you can run a little faster, and you can throw a little harder, and that for you, the laws of physics are merely a suggestion. Luck is the last dying wish of those who want to believe that winning can happen by accident. Sweat, on the other hand, is for those who know it's a choice. So decide now, because destiny waits for no man. And when your time comes and 1,000 different voices are trying to tell you you're not ready for it, listen instead to that lone voice of dissent. The one that says you are ready, you are prepared. It's all up to you now. So rise and shine.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
You see, I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No.
You changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow.
Oh, hard work. My dad was right about you. You do pay off. And because of that, I love you. How can I not? I'm no longer hiding from you. I'm waiting for you. Matter of fact, where are you? I need you. Because in hard work, I trust.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is going to be probably one of the most epic matches we will see in International Squad Knockout Tournament so far. We have FFO, the Mumblerines, North America versus Europe. These teams have already competed once before on this map in the round play. Mumblerines coming out with the victory over FFO. Mortars, vehicles, everything your heart desires. And even a little throwback Project Reality here soundtrack, getting us hyped up. This is going to be live. 30 seconds here. We are in Kohat, River Valley, AAS V1, Madzai. Malakabad will be all the action, all the rage. Last round, first time around, we saw FFO Mumblerines play. You saw a push to Malakabad, fail by FFO, fall back to Madzai, and it was a struggling battle along the river. Let's see what happens a second time. This is what makes a good team a better team, is seeing how these matches play out. When you lost once, you need to change it and mix it up. Let's get your eyes in the sky. And it's always interesting to see how things start off here. We'll swing over to Russia, where we're on FFO side currently. FFO quick out of the gate. Mumblerines, you can see in the map to the right side, the east, they are out quickly as well. And it all comes down to see how these vehicle supports at the very beginning goes. You can see Fumaza in a Logi truck trying to just get by this BTR here. This is where something silly can happen, so it's just about being careful with these vehicles. This can really change the gameplay in a hurry. As we see, it looks like Mumblerines is going for some sort of push on Madzai to the south through the river. We'll see who's leading the charge for them. Moonshine and Blarg are leading the way in a striker. And behind them, 2 more strikers, so you can definitely see what's probably going to happen here. Mumblerines going to head up on the hilltop. From the hilltop, they can control the whole southern part of the map here. This will be their playground. Sitting right up on here. And it all comes down to speed. As FFO is racing to get into Madzai, they'll use that Logi as fast as they can. As Mumblerines now taking over their middle point, Mollakabad. You can see here they flying in. They have bodies everywhere. The interesting thing, too, is they push a normal spot where FFO loves to just get on the flag. You can see Rockets out already. Nordic leading his men here. Rockets at the ready, but no vehicles. FFO knows that they probably are going to be looking for that. And you can hear the opening gunshots as a 30 is already engaging Mumblerines on the hill with the vehicle. We'll try to get you in an angle. You can see both of them. But Resilience and Von Snow already in yellow. And it looks like Bill Nye, way back on the hilltop, is in yellow as well. So a quick exchange of vehicles. Neither of them going down. You can see the long-range attacking happening here. As it looks like more gunfights going on in Mollakabad. We'll now swing over that way. See what we can have. A lot of dead bodies. FFO trying to mix it up here instead of just rushing right in. They try to come up from the south. And you can see Death Alley here on the river. Archangel providing support in the BTR. He's engaging, clearing some bodies. Radio is down. Mortars now coming in right on top. You can hear Ghost a little bit ago calling them out. He's getting mortars on, but there's no one there. But that's right where Mumblerines unloaded. You can see now using these vehicles to help clear the tree line. FFO on the shore, and here comes some mortars from Mumblerines now. These are slightly off, just slight to the south of FFO. A failed incursion here, trying to push across. This is going to be hard for FFO. They don't have the hill advantage, and they're going to have to try to get across this open field. So mortars from both sides already playing a point. Vehicles from both sides already playing a point. And you can see here Mumblerines now doing their own little flanks of those vehicles that were on the hill. Now coming up on the South River, and they see Fumaza running back in that Logi truck, and he's going to go down. It's now 490, 495 vehicles playing an important part already in this match. Mumblerines just trying to get an angle here. They're trying to just, you can see this coverage is beautiful here. They push them together, both teams. And now they're seeing Kudu way off to the north, our ISKT leader. The Fearless one in his own vehicle taking off, so he's going around. He narrowly escapes. More mortars coming in from Mumblerines. These ones slightly off, and it looks like the only FFO member left standing on the initial area is Cran, who misses a rocket on Resilience and Von Snow. He's going to reload that. You can see sort of what he's looking at, and down he goes. So the vehicles here, now they're unloading on the FOB. FOB goes down to half-life. It's on fire. These vehicles will finish it off. And FFO's first push not going to be successful here. You can see Archangel and Kudu still on the hills with their vehicles. So they are able to still get some shots in here. It's going to be challenging here to see what happens, though, because they're going to want to try to get up behind these other vehicles before they get double-teamed. You can see Resilience and Blarg hear that gunfire. They are pushing up to it. And oh, they're right behind Archangel. Hopefully Angel hears him. He's moving here. He's a one-man crew compared to a two-man crew. And here they're both. He's getting shot now. He's unloading on Blarg and Moonshine. But Archangel, the vehicle goes down. Angel drops out. So FFO here in a world of trouble at the very beginning of this match. You can see Kudu kind of biding his time. He's waiting for those vehicles to push up behind him. So that 30 could change the game here. It'll be interesting to see here if Mumblerines knows that he's up there, if they push it behind it. So let's try to see how the rest of the round has been unfolding so far. FFO having to regroup here at their neutral point. It's now 443, 494. And here comes some mortars right on top of FFO. Mumblerines just on cue. You can see Backpack, Fisticuffs, and Cran staying inside of some buildings here as they try to regroup. And in the meantime, Mumblerines able to start focusing on how they want to attack. You can see Nordic here on foot. The vehicles pushing up through the tree line, using those optics. So they're using the mortars that pepper the area as the vehicles then will start loading up guys more than likely. And FFO here trying to push proactively to the south, looking for any sort of fobs or anything. So this has been a very straight-up match as Copper River gets hit by a mortar. He goes down. This has been a very straight-up match so far. The first match saw a lot of flanking attempts, and a rocket from Envy takes Blarg and Moonshine. He's there in the yellow now. So both their vehicles pretty close to about half-life as FFO getting a mass spawn. More mortars coming in. So and Spooky goes down. 2 of those mortars. Another mortar right gets number 2 at half-life. So these mortars keeping FFO indoors, using these walls for coverage. You can see here Mumblerines now moving into the east. Rocket comes out. Brazilians. Von Snow gets hit. Number 2 then goes down. More rocket. They take down Backpack with that optics. So vehicle getting hit. Mortars coming in. Explosions everywhere. Instant chaos. We're only about 8 minutes in here, and you can already see the chaos raining down from the sky. So Mumblerines foregoing the southern push, and it's a straight cat flag versus cat flag here as they're just pushing right at each other. Mortars still just coming in everywhere here. Mumblerines just focusing on bringing the rain. FFO not pushing off. Nordic here on foot. You can see the European lean in full effect. The reason they do that is because the hitbox currently, and down he goes with a grenade right to his face. So Bon and Tegan now left on their own accord, going to have to push up. Tegan is hurt. He is going to bandage. FFO holding tight here, just weathering the storm. I think what they're trying to do is understand where Mumblerines might be trying to do and counter it, as opposed to getting caught off guard and having to retake this point. You can see Cola here pushing in from the hills. Spooky now pushing on him. And Cola goes down. Spooky clearing him out. So FFO winning on ground so far, but these mortars are just non-stop on top of FFO at this point. They're going to have to get off this flag at some point. And currently, there's just nothing going their way. They need to do some sort of flank, get some vehicles back into play. You can see how well, though, Mumblerines uses their vehicles. They got the kills they needed. They got pushed up, got some troops into an attacking position, and they fell back to main for repairs. FFO now trying to take the hill to the north. So what looked like could be a crazy push at the beginning turns down to both teams controlling their 3 flags. And it's going to come down to something very big here as, Backpack goes flying off the hill. Still flying. Still flying. And as those mortars come flying in, you can see Mumblerines on the hill now with their vehicles. We'll swing around here and see what Mumblerines is doing to the north. Looks like Shields and Dark T in a Humvee. They might just be trying to control the roads, trying to look for a push here by FFO. You have to anticipate that they're going to try to do something a little crazy here. And as we kind of give you an update on everything, Archangel, who was in the official BTR at the very beginning of the map, is now solo digging up the Hab on top of Malakabad. Pakovic, who is a squad leader, with the binocs out, calling in vehicle strikes, has no idea that now their spawn is gone. And now Archangel is at the radio. He's probably waiting for confirmation here. I would expect someone to be pushing on him, but he is not. He is single-handedly disabled Mumblerines here. And they only have a squad lead there, able to get a shovel, but he is not. So unless they have an ammo, he's not able to do anything. FFO still holding on here. So what could be a fatal mistake for Mumblerines as you see Archangel then kills Pakovic. And now he's going to start digging, I'd imagine. Hopefully he starts digging. There's no one around here for Archangel. And nope, he's still not digging. He is waiting. I just think he's surprised there's no one here for Mumblerines to be helping out. And you can see Diego, the closest man, Johnny on the spot. running back. Rocksteady off to the north as well. And because of the mortars, Archangel now is going to start digging. Not sure why he's not digging the radio currently. So he digs down the hab. The radio's right behind it. I don't even know if he knows it's there. And now there's a lot of enemies from Mumblerines coming in. Hexcast, Rocksteady, pushing rather quickly here. Archangel was able to get the squad lead. I think he's just going to wipe the hab out completely. This might be a strong little push that FFO needs here. He's got to hurry, though, and there's the official. He dug it up just in time as Diego comes in. Diego takes him down. Hexcast comes in and clears out the corner. So Archangel now digging up the fob, or the hab anyways. The fob still remains for Mumblerines. FFO still weathering a storm. You can see mortars on the hill. Spooky, Bear Island down. The scout pushing in from the west now. So Mumblerines pushing around. It'll be interesting here because what they can do is now he's trying to find where FFO is spawning. So Scout just holding his main, holding out to the west. FFO holding on, still engaging off to the north. What's interesting here, though, is FFO has a strong containment here. And as soon as they weather this storm, they might be able to push up here on Malakabad before they're able to get another hab down. Mortars are just non-stop here for FFO. Unable to get off the point as we swing back. Let's see what's going on here. See if they were able to get a squad lead. They did. Looks like it's Pakovic trying to get the hab back down inside the room. He might even be having to wait for supplies because usually they're not supplying that. They don't need to. So we'll take a look back on that in a second. It's still FFO. Still doing everything they can on the point with the mortars. You can see a lot of dead bodies from Mumblerines, so they are weathering the storm. Nordic up on the hill. Meat Machine there as well. Kudu down on the hill with a vehicle, so that Humvee, you can see Kudu's dead remains. You can see the Humvee's dead remains. Dark T, the lone survivor from Mumblerines on that quick flank with the Humvee. And it looks like, yeah, it does look like it. FFO dug that hab, and it looks like Backpack and Fisticuffs are on a mission. You can see the resident mortar man, Ghost. I'll tell you, seeing this guy in action is a beautiful thing. He's one of the first guys strongly recommended in the North American scene here on his mortars. He has a double monitor setup that he perfects his skill. And Mumblerines, let's take a look here before FFO gets to the point. Let's see how they do. You can see Backpack hopping out, puts a rally down, gonna get some bodies down. It's a good, safe play. Let's see if Mumblerines was able to get the spawn back up. They did, so the hab is back up at Malakabad. So they got the supplies they needed. It is dug back up. So again, maybe the costly thing was here not digging the radio, but only digging the hab. So FFO smartly leaving the Logi truck back here. They're going to push up, see what they can get down first. Instead of trying to do a frantic spawn, they're going to try to play the safe game here, try to get in nice and slow. You can see still a lot of Mumblerines not able to get across these fields. They are now focusing on the western flank. Nordic, who went up over the hill, is now coming around to the east side. Meat Machine and Moldy over there. Spooky did engage them as he was dropped. Nordic now with the European lean pushing through the tree line, trying to find this fob, which usually is outside of the point, but FFO, you can see this time, placed it right in the side of a building. So FFO, consistent mortars from Mumblerines. You can see FFO now, when they knew that hab was down, they're now starting to push off. Number 2, Kudu, Moose, and Pinko here pushing up. Oh, Rocket comes in on Kudu, just misses. So FFO knew they had a little bit of a chance to try to start pushing up here. It's going to be really crucial here on Backpack and Fisticuffs pushing in from the north. You can see some more guys, Envy and Bear Island up there on top of the Logi truck. They're going to try to get something down to the north of Malakabad. They're going to try to push in. It's going to be a very crucial on timing here, as both of those, that whole squad is just going to be pretty much the Lone Ranger for FFO. As you can see, Nordic now pushing towards the fob as these mortars are coming in. This might be Ghost here from FFO, trying to clear out these Mumblerines that they know are pushing and flanking. As we swing over there, it looks like Dark T has made it a mission to go after these mortaring crew. So if he can take out Ghost here, that will be a big win for him. So Dark was able to kill Rogue, and I think Ghost now realizes that someone may be around there, and then Dark can see the mortar sticking out of the top of the fence or off the wall. Ghost now trying to secure his area. Dark just waiting. Dark will take this any day of the week because he's got the mortar out of a commission, and Ghost goes down with the optic, so the mortaring crew for FFO is down currently. This could really favor the Mumblerines, as those mortars were what was really allowing FFO to push here, as now Backpack is engaging to the northwest of Malakabad, and here comes the vehicles right on cue. Resilience and Von Snow coming in with a striker. The FOB is down just to the north. It is reinforced probably from the hill back here, where Fumaza and Great Destroyer are now spawning in. And you can see FFO, the Logi's already gone back to main. Archangel up here, though, does have the BTR. You can see a quick look at what he sees. So he's trying to just clear out the south, the river, as well as get a good sightline of Malakabad. But this vehicle by Resilience and Von Snow is the one thing he cannot see, and they can't see him. So currently, that vehicle just holding down fort here. And until FFO does something to counter this, these vehicles are really putting FFO's push in a pickle. And you can see Rocksteady is already up on the FOB. Pantern on the FOB, so they are digging that up already. And FFO's strong push to the north is not going to succeed, as it's now a 100-ticket advantage for Mumblerines. 339-439. Mumblerines down to the south. Ahmad Zai. Looks like Nordic down here again, trying to find the FFO radio, any type of backup spawn. But FFO does not have one down here. Nordic, Meat Machine, ETL. The lone survivors. Magnum now shooting Meat Machine. Meat Machine turns around, takes some shots. No! Magnum gets him, but then Nordic finishes him off. A little revenge. So Mortar still just raining down hell. At this point, I couldn't even tell you how many shells Mumblerines has fired at FFO. But this has been a constant thing the entire game here. And FFO now getting engaged to the north. That's Archangel up in that BTR. Resilience and Von Snow just laying into him. They have not even gotten hit once yet from Archangel. Angel hops out, hops back in. And if he loses vehicle, he's down the red. He goes down. Resilience and Von Snow win the day in their striker. Now 293 to 436. So these vehicles for FFO currently just not where they need to be, not getting the shots they need to on these enemy vehicles. They have not won one vehicle battle yet. The ticket swing is the big thing for the vehicle loss for FFO. Rocksteady now pushing Backpack's rally up here to the north. Let's look at 4 guys right around Rocksteady here. They hear him, and he finally goes down. He gets fisticuffs before he goes down, but FFO, the rally goes down, so they'll get a new one down as we swing back to the south here. Scout the only one pushing from the north. FFO just really making it a point here. The difference between, I'm noticing instantly from calling the last match against these two and this one, FFO isn't going short on defense here. They're really focusing on keeping bodies on the flag. They're not allowing Mumblerines to take this out from underneath them. Shields and ETL. Here comes a smoke right on top of him. Archangel engaging, and he goes down to Shields. Here comes a grenade. Right in the middle. No one there, though. Shields takes another one, and he's going to bleed, and he goes down. Bear Island, though, is going to bleed out himself here. In the red, he's going to have to heal, and down he goes. There he is. Going to need a medic. Numish. Oh, Copper River right through the window. Takes down Meat Machine. Just waited him out. They can hear this radio. Copper River is the only lone man here on top of where the radio is. So unless FFO has a ladder or something on the backside, there's no way once Mumblerines takes that, it's going to be hard to take that back. So Copper River standing up right now is going to be one of the most important pieces of FFO defending this point. ETL now. Cran pushing in. Oh, and Cran goes down. You can see Sniper Yan. Moose here pushing around to the east. So Mumblerines here making it a focus to try to get all around this point. Try to smother it as much as they can. Get as many bodies around it all over the place. Keep them guessing. Moose here, not a lat kit, so he's not pushing the vehicle. I think he's just trying to flank around here. You can see Moldy and Nordic down to the southeast. And let's swing back up to the north where it looks like Backpack has gotten a little closer with his guys here. Rocksteady and Pantern going down. AV Fumaza now getting shot from Pakovic. Backpack turns around. You can see him just watching that angle. Backpack now jumping over the wall. FFO in an advantage here. Mumblerines has really fallen off the troops on this point here. The vehicle's fallen back. Hexcast, you can see with the Logi running supplies. They might be trying to get a forward fob down. Pan-turn now spawning in. Fisticuffs pushing up from FFO's team. So they're really focusing here on a small unit pushing up. You can see Pan-turn Meat Machine now spawning back here. Diego still up. Pakovic is down, so he's going to have to respawn. So let's see where Hexcast ends up going. You can see him already at the yellow health as he goes flying over a hill, and he lands it. So you can see the fob already down. Nordic getting it down. Supplies are in. Here comes a spawn. This could spell disaster for FFO here unless they're able to get a strong push. Moldy now digging up Nordic's hab just to the south. And this is the problem with FFO being really concentrated inside of the point, is they're not going to have any idea that Mumblerines is getting this down, and it's going to be a swarm. They're really going to have to hold on. See vehicle still shooting and causing a lot of disaster for FFO. Hexcast coming back with a Logi. And Backpack now pushing up, meeting into a lot of Mumblerines. Oh, and a beautiful little push here by Pakovic. He came along the wall. They were looking the other way at Rocksteady and Pan-turn, and they both go down. So the rally's still up in the field. AV and Rocksteady meet almost head on. Takes him down, and uh-oh. Blarg and Moonshine are now in here, and they have got that optics. You can see AV goes down. Great Destroyer, the only lone survivor from FFO now. Pushing through the tree line. Pakovic does see him. He takes shots at him. No idea where he's getting shot from. He goes down. Pakovic wins that battle. So now FFO still has a rally open in the middle of the field, but as soon as someone pushes and or someone spawns, I'd have to imagine Mumblerines is going to see this here. I think if you're FFO, you're kind of hoping no one does see it. You wait a couple minutes, let it clean out. But with the way Mumblerines is pushing, that is going to... Oh, and Backpack spawns right in and drops. I don't think the vehicle saw him. It hasn't turned towards him. Oh, and Backpack sees it and turns, drops prone again. I don't understand. Just the luckiest of angles here by Backpack. Cran spawns in. Cran drops down. This is literally how close they are to just utter chaos.
Lay down, lay down. Get this, yeah, get this thing out.
Oh, AV, no, he's got to lay down and reload. He's standing up right now. Oh, it's too close for engagement. And uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh! He stayed crouched. The rally's down. Fisticuffs surviving underneath the vehicle. Backpack says, uh-oh, I'm out. He is now pushing up by himself. Mumblerines keeping a lot of guys still on defense. So a nice little push here by FFO is causing Mumblerines to not have as many bodies as they want on the aggressive here. And just like I called out earlier, the radio, which is in a lone room with no other entrance, is now in control by Mumblerines. And you can see Moldy and Dark T now digging up that fob. So FFO controlling the point, but the radio has no cover. Now FFO has no one alive. Spooky, the only one left. Well, no, I'm sorry. There is Cell sitting inside of a building, just literally keeping bodies on it. This is their hab they're watching right now. All they're doing is holding on to the hab, and now the vehicle's raining in. You can see Resilience Von Snow engaging that building, as now they realize the radio's going down. They have two diggers from Mumblerines, and they both go. Spooky and Cell both go down. Pinko, Great Destroyer, the only ones up here. Mumblerines is going to control the point, 223 to 395. And there goes the fob. They're now clearing it out. Mumblerines is able to start capturing this point. We'll turn back on the overlay graphics here. You can see Backpack and his incursion down inside Malakabad. Blarg and Moonshine with that vehicle still controlling. So FFO not in a good spot here. They held on as long as they could, but they needed more guys on defense of the radio. By not having anyone in this compound, Copper River was the only one up defending it, and once he went down, it was easy work for Mumblerines to kill the remaining remnants of FFO. And as we go underground, you can see here the blinking. Maybe you can't because it's very high contrast. but the blinking of the blue means it's his being capped by Mumblerines. And now we've reached a point where FFO doesn't have a fallback spawn except for all the way back at the next point. So they're going to have to literally regroup here and figure out how to switch this playing field in a hurry, as it's now 199 to 395. Ghost Mortar sitting idle. There is the radio that they're using. You can see the vehicle repair up for FFO. It now becomes a let's dig in here. The hab comes up. It's in an easily shootable area here from a vehicle down the road and the hilltop. So it'll be interesting here as well to see how that plays out if a vehicle's able to pepper that from a distance. FFO, you can see the mass spawn now as they start pushing. Mod's Eye officially neutralized by Mumblerines. They are now pushing off, so full control of the south to Mumblerines. Swinging back up. I don't know, somehow Fisticuff surviving to the north here. You can see Mumblerines already engaging on the next strategy. A full vehicle, troop transport. We're not full, but about 5 or 6 guys swinging around to the north. So Mumblerines consistently knowing what they want to do. Consistently having a plan of attack here. Knowing where they want to go with their troops and how they want to flank. Strategy playing an important part of this match so far here with these vehicles. Not losing one of them. Other than a Humvee, Mumblerines has been on point with their vehicles. Using them just when they need them. Oh, and somehow a grenade goes off on top of Meat Machine. And another grenade goes off. Unless this is Fisticuffs with a grenade launcher. It is Fisticuffs with a grenade launcher. So Fisticuffs with a beautiful long-range shot shooting down from northwest Malakabad over to the bridge. Takes down 3 Mumblerines. They do get the rally down, but a beautiful grenade launching by Fisticuffs slows that down, and now he's able to call it out. You can see FFO already getting bodies there to the east and to the north, as now they're being pushing back to the south. It becomes an all-important battle in the hilltops. As Backpack and Cran are pushing up, you can see a rally from Mumblerines just around the corner of the building. Spooky coming over the hill crest. He does have an optic, so this will make it a little bit easier. As one shot, Moldy goes down. Cola right next to him, though, in the orange. So Spooky gets the kill. Backpack now pushing. This rally does get stomped, so Backpack wins that one. And here comes Backpack versus Nordic. Nordic with some shots. Backpack takes one shot at him, but he wasn't able to respond quick enough as Nordic got the jump. Nordic now in the yellow. He'll bandage up, survive. Cran right behind Backpack. Not sure if he is a medic. He is not a medic, so he will not be able to get Backpack up as now Nordic sees him and takes Cran down. So Nordic clearing out Backpack and Cran is now Mumblerines. You can see Shields flanking around, slowly moving up the road. FFO pushing off very strongly, very aggressively here in all directions. Really focusing on this push that Fisticuffs was able to call out to the north. As Mumblerines slowly on foot here. So again, they're not rushing anything. They're not just doing something crazy with vehicles. As a mortar comes down right on top of one of FFO's. I think that was their Logi truck from a while ago. That thing goes down. Fisticuffs survived over here. Gets Rocksteady inside the building. I think Fisticuffs here is just playing a kind of a little cat and mouse game. He knows that the radio's down there from earlier. Just seeing if he can get any other kills, and then he can get at least 20 tickets here for FFO. Mumblerines, though, you can see, has a strong defense. The vehicles here. Resilience, Von Snow, Blarg, Moonshine, who've been very on point with these vehicle play. Moving around just to the east. Haven't really put themselves in a position where they're going to be in trouble. So FFO trying to use their vehicles as some sort of advantage. You can see Bill Nye way out here engaging what would look like to be. You can see the bullets flying in. It's Hexcast. Vehicle goes down, so Sniper Yan pushing right behind Hexcast. So Bill Nye taking out the northern troop transport. Not a lot of ticket loss on a troop transport. But that 30 millimeter for the Russians. able to shoot from a long distance there and get the troop transport, as now FFO trying to control the north, meeting a lot of Mumblerines. Diego and Pantern going down. So Sniper Yan and AV doing their job to the north, as it looks like slightly a little bit more to the south. Meat Machine, Pakovic, and Scout moving up on the hill crest. They get a rally down, so FFO might be being a little too aggressive here. They got to definitely keep some more. They got some holes in the line here on the east. This tree line through the hills wide open, so they have a clear path right now to the capture point. And Nordic still up to the south. You can hear vehicles here, so Mumblerines doing what they love to do, take these vehicles, put them in a position to help out their troops, and almost perfectly as they now move in, flanking from the south on the hill. Nordic was able to clear out Fumaza, so Nordic single-handedly pushing around the hill. Backpack now, who just died here from Nordic. You can see 3 FFO in the area, Cran, Great Destroyer, and Backpack all pushing up. Nordic now looks like he might be trying to get a rally down as Tegan is pushing in right behind him, and here comes some vehicle fire. Copper River getting hit. Backpack engaging 3 full men, gets caught by surprise as he's trying to find Nordic. Instead, Cola, Moldy, and ETL find him, and now they see Cran to the north. Cran scrambles in to try to get some bandages on himself. Copper River did go down to the vehicle, so those vehicles now have a beautiful sightline on this rally, and FFO is not going to be able to do anything with that rally. And number 2 going down as well on the hill to the vehicles. So the vehicles for Mumblerines, they always fly in packs of 2 on these aggressive pushes. Communication is so paramount between these two, because if they're not on point, it can be the difference between not supporting your guys. So a lot of red bars up here. You can see they're just clearing out FFO's southern push. Cran still alive somehow in the buildings. Prankster in the hills. You can see now FFO has plugged that hole off to the east. Looks like Spooky and AV have moved back as Pantern goes down. The Scout right here with Spooky right over the hilltop. Spooky now, here's the grenade launcher, and takes a shot. Scout goes down, so Spooky avenging 4th Rider who died in the hill. You can see Pinko blinking orange in the center of your screen, so he'll survive to fight another day. Spooky clearing out this eastern push. Still Mumblerines to the north. Sniper Yan, the lone FFO, engaging them. 128 to 390 is your tickets in the first round here. Mumblerines FFO, this is the ISKT Premier League winners bracket second round matchup. The loser will have to go to the losers bracket, where one more loss will knock them out of this tournament. These clans historically just being the premier teams in both Europe and North America, so every time they play, it's just a great match. You see things you've never really seen before. So more FFO mortars now coming in. Backpack getting a little TO that his push to the south was getting called out. You can see Nordic down from the mortars, Moldy down as well from the mortars. ETL, the only survivor. The rally did go down, though, so they will be able to respawn down there. Mumblerines now shields Tegan. You can just see the nice little push here, how much distance they keep between themselves. They make sure that they have sight lines on almost everything they want. They're not grouped up where one explosion can take them down or one quick flank. Tegan and Shields both engaging now. Looks like fisticuffs. Getting shot by Shields. And here comes some mortars. And oh, right on top of Cola. So the western flank cover of Cola goes down. I cannot believe how accurate Ghost has been with these mortars today. Right where they need to be. So Tegan and Shields still alive on the hill. FFO pushing what we used to historically call the nipple hill here. You can see why. Here's the teat. There's the breast. There is the hill. FFO controlling the north. Mumblerines, you can see they're really trying to make the north where the battle is. There's a lot of tree cover, a lot of ground to cover, a lot of hills to cover the area. Spooky holding tight. So FFO here trying to just kind of take tickets out as they go. You can see they're just not trying to do anything crazy to try to get back in this game. They're just trying to keep it as close as they can and definitely not lose any vehicles. It's Mumblerines now moving their vehicles more to the south. Let's see what Bill Nye is looking at in this 30. And you can see the hill in his way. He's not able to see those vehicles. So it'll be interesting to see how fast those Mumblerine vehicles flank to the south. So FFO foregoing vehicles here this late in the game. They cannot afford to really lose any more vehicles. You can see the push to the south. Nordic leading his squad. Which, let's take a look. Yep, Nordic does have a full squad here. So we'll take, as long as we're here, take a quick look at the kills. In non-FFO fashion, 66 kills for FFO to 163 for Mumblerines. 167 deaths for FFO, 69 for the Mumblerines. You can see Nordic 24-1 leading the charge for his guys. Whereas on the FFO side, is taking a quick look down. Looks like Kudu at 10-6. I'm trying to look for even positive kill ratios. Kudu and Rogue are the only ones I see currently. Oh, Sniper Yan. 3 of the 24 members of FFO competing in this match have positive kill ratios. Every other member is currently in the negative. That's definitely not going to win you a game, no matter how many points you control. Shields and Great Destroyer here. Great Destroyer taking some shots, and Shields hears him, comes around the corner, finishes him off. So FFO getting wiped to the south. The hill advantage for Mumblerines, winning that battle. As you can see, the hills winning the battle for FFO on the other side, on the north. Bear Island and Spooky here in the trees. Number 2 pushing. So FFO doing a great job pushing to the north, but needs a lot of help to the south. This rally, this is the lone spawn that Mumblerines has to the north. Spooky might even see that and just be camping it. Maybe he doesn't see it. At this rate, the kills are going to be more important to them than the rally because they need to get the tickets as close as they can to make the second round much more interesting. Still no eyes on that rally. Beautifully placed right in the middle of these bushes from his angle. So you can see if I would have turned that off, you can't see anything there, so he has no idea. They could spawn in right now and shoot him in the face. Spooky just trying to control the hills. Mortar still peppering in, sounds like to the south. As all the vehicles from Mumblerines now coming into play. So Kudu on the hill, he's engaging. Resilience and Von Snow getting shot from the hill, so Kudu engaging. You can see Bill Nye had to fall back. So Mumblerines getting a little crazy with these vehicles here. They're going for the jugular. Going right in. JJ close, point blank with a rocket. Von Snow now 1 shot away from destruction. Oh, JJ stood up a little too soon on the reload, and he goes down. So now it becomes another run for it. Resilience and Von Snow going right into FFO territory. This could be the first vehicle kill for FFO, and this would be a good ticket swing towards the end of the match. The problem is, though, that Mumblerines has pushed up so well to the south. Oh, and a vehicle collides as he gets stuck on a tree. Oh, and the rocket comes in, hits Blarg and Moonshine. Copper River able to respawn. Takes a shot at them, so Resilience and Von Snow. Now the vehicle's falling way back. And oh, a rocket! Oh, that would have been the one to take him down. Resilience and Von Snow will escape. Blarg and Moonshine right behind them, so FFO able to get the vehicles out of play at least for now, but Mumblerines is in full control of the southern push into the capture point here. Pantern really close to a backpack. As he now gets spotted, he's in the red. He's going to bleed out regardless. Taking shots at Cran, and down he goes. Mumblerines looks like Mellenbroer, Pakovic, and Nordic pushing around to the east. They're trying to help out their hills, and down goes Spooky. So now they're trying to clear out the hills here. Nordic might get shot from behind. He is. He's in the red. He will definitely bleed. The lean jump can't save him here as down he goes, and Pakovic and Mellenbroer take Prankster down. So at this point, FFO just trying to keep things as close as they can. As looks like the mortar crew. I saw a ghost at the top of my screen go red. The mortar crew getting pushed. Mumblerine, the scout, the only one on the point now. Or the only one on the mortar, excuse me. And knowing right where it's at, he decides to not even go after it. Now he's getting shot. He's trying to jump into the repair station. He's red in the repair station. That last shot might have just taken him out of the game. And down he goes inside the repair station. So that last bullet was just enough to wound him that the kill is gone for Scout. The north of the map, you can see Mumblerines completely foregoing it. Sniper, the lone FFO, watching the northern flank. Mumblerines making it a point to completely control the south. And you can see they're not messing around here. They still have a guy on the point. The vehicle's repairing at the repair station. Mumblerines, full control of what they want to do. They've been on point all game long, putting the vehicles where they need to be, making the shots, exchanging the kills, clearing the flag. $51 tickets to 366. As it sounds like here, from a distance, Kudu engaging. These Hilltop, Diego going down from Kudu. So Kudu having a long-range shot with that 30mm. If you take a look, Bill Nye now, towards the end of this game, just deciding to start pushing up here to see what's going on. So he's using his vehicle rather than more of a defensive here. He's now getting into a more aggressive position. Trying to watch the southern side. You can see how beautiful this angle is because he has a view of the entire valley with his vehicle. Hoping to catch FFO's vehicles off guard, but you can see them flanking around to the north. Double fashion, just like they have been this entire game. FFO sustaining the second capture here. The good thing about FFO is they're pushing off the flag now, but they're not winning the one-on-one battles as Mumblerines is really focused on staying close and backing each other up. Nordic and Moldy taking shots, and down goes Moose from a great distance. So those optics for the U.S. have big advantage. There's number 2 down in the tree line. Nordic doesn't have quite a shot. He knows he's there and down. They just pepper the building, or pepper the bush, and number 2 goes down. So Moose and number 2 goes down. You can see Mumblerines controlling this, and here come the vehicles into play. Sniper Yan on the road, calling out both vehicles. So both vehicles going to be called out here. FFO is really going to have to try to make it a focus to cover that, because if they get in the hill line to the north, FFO is not going to be able to push that here as their final 18 tickets of the round. Mumblerines slowly pushing in. You can just see how beautiful they've been doing everything. First, their focus was the north. Focus was the south. Now the focus is the east, and they've been slowly getting further and closer to the cap point, getting further in their attack as they almost have a spear going right into the point. You can see fisticuffs down. Prankster now. Celly watching the door. Diego takes a shot, does the prone drop, and he gets the kill on Celly. Prankster now trying to find an angle to get a shot on Diego, who's bleeding out. Prankster, though, gets a shot on Nordic. Nordic survives, turns, and shoots him. So Nordic's reactions there saving him. And Nordic, too, covering a medic because he knew he had no bandages left. A medic comes in at the last second. They're going to bandage him. So beautiful job here, communication by Mumblerines. As I hear these vehicles, looks like they pushed the mortars. Blarg and Resilience both push the mortars, and down goes one striker. So at the end of the game here, very interesting that Mumblerines would just go pushing all in. Looks like they took it out, though. 329, so they lost one vehicle at the end. 329 tickets to 0. So FFO got a lot of their, almost a third of their kills in the last 10 minutes of the match here. Very interesting round. FFO and Mumblerines both playing different styles than how we saw them the first time. Basically because both these teams know each other so well. They've played each other on this map so many times. It really became a matter of who changed up the most and who's going to make something different happen. So as you saw what did happen here, Mumblerines using the vehicles to their advantage, controlling the playing field. FFO was unable to capitalize on their vehicles. It wasn't until the very end that one of those strikers finally went down. We are going to be switching maps here. We are in a New York server. We're going to be switching to a France server where we will see FFO on the United States side, and we will remain on the Russian side where you can hear the Mumblerines comm, so you can get a look into how beautifully they have been communicating for this first half. Hopefully it continues in the second half here. Again, the first half was 329 for Mumblerines to nothing for FFO, so we'll throw up a screen. We'll get you right back in the action as soon as we can here once we're ready to go for round number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, second round. We are in our France server. Mumblerines now on the Russian side, FFO on the U.S. And it's going to be a 329 advantage for Mumblerines coming into this round as they took the first half on the U.S. side. We saw Mumblerines send vehicles down to the southeastern side of Malakabad. They were able to shoot across Ahmad's Eye. Backpack in an incredible different strategy here. Usually the northern rush to Malakabad, where Mumblerines was waiting, they actually came from the south and tried to mix it up, but their push not successful.
Obviously. Tell them to stop
Just to
being a
make sure,
bitch.
do we have someone Captain Toxa, right?
Yes. I got it.
As here we go, second round now beginning. We'll get you in the sky. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens here in the second round. You can see mortar marks already on the map. I'd have to imagine that's FFOs looking for some sort of push here. It's very interesting. FFO, it'd be interesting to see how they change their game here with a first round matchup happening the way it did. You don't think that they're going to try to get as crazy, or they're going to have to maybe do something as crazy to get back in the game and mix and put Mumblerines off their game. Their vehicle play was on point the entire first round. FFO going to have to try to match it and even do better. As you can see how fast Mumblerines comes flying out of the gate. Fully loaded BTRs. And the normal crew, Resilience and Blarg in those vehicles. They are heading to the south. Hexcast on the Logi. Let's see if FFO, as we take a quick look at the map, you can see they are moving, it looks like one striker, at least one striker. That is Kudu, our glorious, glorious leader, and one striker to the south. So he's not going to have a vehicle advantage with the one vehicle, with Mumblerines with two, as the rest of FFO coming around from the north, moving in here to Malakabad. So they're moving in very cautiously. You can see they already put a mortar fob up just to the north. Rogue, Ghost, going to be sitting around and handling that one. As I hear Kudu already opening fire, you can see the health of one of those BTRs. And they are rushing in just like Backpack did. They are dropping troops off here. That vehicle variegated, goes down, it looks like. A vehicle explosion. So Kudu gets the first vehicle kill.
Got fucked in Logi.
Logi got killed. Kylan, you need to get here.
And that was the Logi, and that could spell disaster for Mumblerines.
Shall I push the striker that killed
They will not able to get anything down. They didn't even get a radio down to give them supplies. So Kudu foregoing the BTRs, sitting here in the river, and he chose to completely open fire on the Logi truck instead, and that could be the advantage FFO needs here, but they need to really focus on this vehicle. Oh no, there's two of them in the river. Oh, and they run right into the fucking tree, and oh no, hey, all the rock saves them, they all come spawning out. FFO, it's kind of mass chaos. I think they wanted to get a lot closer than that, as now the vehicles are engaging on the river. Rocket comes in, and that one avoids them somehow. I think that hit AV right in the face. Archangel now yellow, more yellow to the south. That's Blarg and Moonshine, Resilience, Von Snow, and the disaster as Kudu needs to get in a position to help out here. He's not able to. And now Resilience and Von Snow getting fully engaged. A lot of dead FFO. They're on fire. Resilience, Von Snow, they both go down. And now it's Blarg and Moonshine, the only one left up in the river to the south. The last vehicle. See Backpack having a little fun at the vehicle driving as they ram into a tree. Blarg now getting hit. Moonshine, they're getting hit now from the north. They're going to go down here shortly. Down they go. So now the FFO controlling their vehicles. Prankster and Archangel controlling, but you can see so many dead FFO to the north. That push, that small incursion failed. They really need a strong push here as Mumblerines is caught off guard with no HAB, no FOB, and no southern control here. They do have the radio, but with the Logi truck down, it's going to spell disaster. Here comes the FFO mortars right on top of the point where no one is at for Mumblerines. They need to really be controlling the front end of this map. the northern side, where you can see Nordic, Mellenbroer, ETL. They're just controlling the fields. They're not pushing. They're just waiting on FFO to try to do something. Move across the field. There's a lot of open area that FFO has to engage from. Archangel now engaging to the south, using the sight lines, using the optics. So vehicles in full control here for the U.S. on both sides. First it was Mumblerines, now FFO giving them a taste of their own medicine. Vehicles coming strongly in from the USS side. USS side, wow. USSR, that's what I was thinking apparently. But the U.S. side's Kudu now providing in more support. Looks like he's engaging whatever other vehicle just rolled in. That might have been another Logi. Oh, and he gone.
It's a but we lost the Logi.
So another Logi came in. You could hear him say they did supply it, but that one went down. So now Mumblerines is able to get back in the game. Finally, Diego and Pakovic digging up the hab inside the bunker building. So FFO really needs to start pushing here, but you can see Mumblerines just pushed right on top of where they dumped off the bodies. There's no spawns here, and it's now up to these vehicles to just kind of clear out any ground remains elements.
We fucked the rush though, we're good. We just need to wait and stabilize now.
Yeah, full people of the vehicle crew going on one side. We'll sit on the cap and defend it. Still have 30mm shitbox though.
So FFO using the vehicles to kind of clear it out. That push was the right one, but I think hitting that tree single-handedly screwed FFO, because what they wanted to do, and I know FFO loves doing this, loading up troops coming right through the trees, get right up and over, get right on the point and drop off bodies directly on the flag. But hitting that tree, it really pushed, it put a damper in that push, as now Mumblerines is able to push that river bend. Prankster needs to get out of there. He has no support in the area. You can see Dark T, Tegan, and Cola to the north.
Send the fucking third terminal shit up there to clean up.
And mortars all over the place. So FFO calling out the southern buildings here. That's where the radio and the hab is at. So mortars coming in down to the south. And it's interesting to see if FFO marked the southern half of the map with this orange smoke. As now more mortars coming in. Hexcast at half-life, and the wall saving Moonshine from some mortars. So mortars really on point in this game for both sides here. It's amazing how in a Hexcast at half-life, looks like Scout went down to some mortars. It's amazing how a series of a couple months can change everyone's mind on mortars. Everyone's saying how mortars are not going to work out, and they're too small, they're not going to work. It's all for public games and not for competitive games. And here we are, mortars single-handedly changing the aspect of this game. First round, FFO was pinned down due to the mortars. As you can see, this nice line Mumblerines has moving up.
Did you say 2 more strikers going to camp?
2 strikers moving to the northern main bridge. They're gonna go and camp the main bridge.
Copy.
So the main bridge is what they're talking about here.
I'm gonna go point on Malakabat so we get some pressure relieved.
Copy now.
Is what he's talking about is Archangel here controlling that northern road.
If you want to send up Pacos people.
And I did see Bill Nye earlier on. Oh, wow, look at Bill Nye. He went way to the north all by himself. I'll slowly get you there. But Bill Nye on a complete flanking mission in a Humvee. Way behind. This is the Russian main spawn. And Bill Nye here flanked all the way around to try to get some eyes on something behind here to control those vehicles. So that's that Crow Humvee, which could come into strong play here. The mortars are up on the hills here. Looks like Kylan, RFL on the hill, and here's Karm up to the north with a 30 mil. Watching towards the mortars, it looks like. You can see Bill Nye, though, slowly moving into a position. Uh-oh. Bill Nye now switching to a gunner slot.
Yeah, I'll board if we get any contact.
If he shoots the mortar crews, this 30 mil from Karm is going to know right where he's at. You know, Bill Nye just going to drive right up to him. He's coming a little closer here. I think Kylan and RFL heard Bill Nye or saw Bill Nye, one of the two, and now the 30 sees Bill. So what was a beautiful flank is now spelled a disaster as Bill Nye goes down, the Crow Humvee down. And he had a jump on that 30 millimeter, and that thing can pretty much destroy one of those Humvees very quickly, though. So Bill Nye, the nice flank, smothered out by Mumblerines as we now swing back. Malaka bad under full pressure by Mumblerines. You can hear Nordic a little while ago saying he wanted to push on here to relieve the pressure. And you can see Kola to the north pushing on Sully's cell into Prankster.
Let's go then, Paco, if they're confident.
Nordic and Moldy now moving around to the east. So FFO not controlling anything off of the points here. And this is what has spelled the disaster in the first half. The first round is there was too many bodies on the point and they weren't controlling the hill or anything as Mumblerines now peppering directly on top of the point. The problem, though, is it's on the rooftop, not on the ground. Number 2 goes down. So bodies being exchanged everywhere. Bear Island, the lone member for FFO here to the east. He has eyes on Moldy and Nordic. Nordic goes down in 2 shots from Bear Island, so one of the better shooters here from FFO takes him down in a hurry. Moldy now just holding his ground with that optic.
He's fucking nading.
You can hear he didn't like having a grenade in the face as he's now at a little bit below half health. So they flank around each other, and Bear Island clears them both out. So Bear Island single-handedly controlling Nordic on the east side of Malaka Bad. And now Mumblerines, though, still pushing beautifully. FFO does not have the bodies they need. They're definitely going to need a lot more as Mumblerines moving around from the west to the north. They're pushing in from the west. They're pushing in from the south. Nordic failed to the east. ETL are a little bit behind them, so FFO... Oh, and a rocket comes in right on top of Fourth Rider. Spooky goes down. He almost got to the rally where Nordic just spawned.
Striker pushing hard east side or from outside. They're going straight for the head.
So here comes Bill Nye. Sniper and laser.
Yes.
Oh, the rocket just misses here. That might have been resilience.
He dropped infantry, confirmed.
This is his first time being on foot instead of a vehicle. So Kudu now sitting alone in the vehicle. Bill Nye pushing off on his own, and that was Moonshield. Oh, here comes a rocket directly on. Moonshine with the rocket. So keeping these, almost these little eyes everywhere is an important part of this map. Moonshine now taking a shot. You can see Bill Nye flanking. I still hear a lot of mortars. Let's swing back up to Malaka Bad. FFO trying to hold on to just red bodies everywhere. Just dead, 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 dead. AV, and there goes Great Destroyer with 1 shot to the dome from Nordic. Right now, FFO only has 2 people. Cran looks like Sully's cell way out here to the northwest. Spooky pushing off to the east. You can see the beautiful rocket as they push in. Fourth Rider, oh, wasn't in full auto, and Diego able to push. Diego now camping the hab, so FFO in a world of pain here. They're capping Malaka Bad. You can hear them call that out. So FFO, I'm not sure where all their bodies are at now. They're not able to spawn at Malaka Bad. The vehicle's now pushing in from the south. Looks like they're trying to do some sort of crazy flank here. Kudu with the vehicle way behind. Copper River, Sniper Yan, and Laser Bear trying to do something to the south. All it takes is a couple shots, though, from that 30. And here it comes. There it goes. And southern flank not going to work for FFO this time. So FFO's Logi to the south goes down, and now all the pressure for them comes back to the north of Malaka Bad, where they're now losing their radio. Mumblerines controlling the hill to the north. Mumblerines controlling the hills to the east. Obviously controlling the south. Diego and Mellenbra are digging up the radio. It's only a matter of time before that thing goes down. There's the radio. FFO officially losing the fob. They lost a rally to the north, and now FFO really going to have to regroup once again.
Can we nail it?
In almost the same fashion as the first round, they're forced back to their mortar fob, where now they'll have to scramble to get a hab down, because everyone else is going to have to spawn at main. You can see JJ falling back with a troop transport. Backpack having to regroup with everyone. Running out of vehicles, though. This one is damaged already, so it's being repaired as they're loading back up. You can hear the communication here. They're really focused on just making sure they all know what the game plan is non-stop here for Mumblerines. Mortars coming in, back of it going down, so Go still just peppering everything he can with those mortars. It's a lonely, lonely world with mortars.
You don't even need to mortar us. Send your lot. Because you won't be able to get anything. We have no infantry. You have a lot, It's well, we have a lot right now. Okay, come. You have a lot.
So Laser Bear is finding the fob to the south. The problem, though, is a squad lead does not have a shovel. So there's not much Laser Bears can do other than mark it on the map.
What is mean on that thing? Enemies inside Malak, Paco. Never mind, Paco, never mind.
Mortar's still coming in hot. Pranks are moving around to the north. FFO really is going to have to start trying to get bodies back to their second flag here.
BTL's rolling into Malakabad.
This second flag is going to be what they're going to have to start guarding here shortly. Kohat is the only thing. They're going to have to start getting bodies up here on defense, as Mumblerines is looking like they want to just roll right through this game. They are on foot, moving to the north. So full control of Malakabad. FFO here. One of those desperate hours as they're now 7 tickets away from officially being down in this match. It looks like they're going to do one of their classic Russian dump attempts. Nordic here sees them coming. So Backpack pulling a full squad out here. Mortar's coming right on top of him. AV goes down. Spooky taking a craziness going to the north, so Rally goes down for Backpack and his men. And now they're moving around to the south, so these mortars, they're really calling it out. Let's take a look on the map. You can see Nordic posting the mortars on there and instantly changing directions in a matter of moments. Nordic goes down. He takes a grenade to the face from Lieutenant Moose. Pinko going down. Fumaza going down. Backpack going down. Mumblerines sightlines have been everywhere right now. Wherever FFO has been trying to go, it just has not been able to get past the strong push of Mumblerines. Even when they push, they're on a great defensive area here. Bill Nye. Bill Nye now engaging from behind. He looks like he's engaging Hescast Logi. So I'm not sure if that thing was supplied or not. I'd have to imagine it wasn't supplied because you see Hexcast does suicide. Strictly going to be on Logi detail. Yep, they are getting a hab down right now. So Mumblerines is able to get a spawn up, and you can see these mortars, how quickly they adjust to Nordic calling out these positions. The only thing they don't realize is they've already wiped FFO off of that hilltop. Great Destroyer and AV now spawning back by the rally, going a long way around Fumaza there. Rocket coming in, just narrowly missing. Great Destroyer, so beautiful shots from Shield or Dark T.
We're banging all around.
Fucking no ammo crate.
Yeah, there is. On the top.
Is it friendly or enemies next to Striker?
Anyone got eyes on Striker?
He is Southeast somewhere on the marker.
Rocket again on the hill. Moose going down. So FFO trying to control the hills here. Archangel right in the middle of the trees.
I'll try to get eyes on that right away.
FFO looks like they're getting bodies back on Kohat. Archangel here in the trees.
No, we're not dead.
So FFO finally getting some bodies. You can see Mumblerines really doesn't care. Mumblerines really focused on just getting this point. They know if they can just sustain and hold on, they're going to win this game, as now FFO is in an uphill battle as they are officially lost in tickets. The only way they can come back from this is to do a fast push, capture points to get back in. Again, Mumblerines with 329 tickets in the first round. So Archangel now in a world of pain as he's completely surrounded by Mumblerines. As another rocket comes in, and here comes the vehicle to finish him off. Resilience and Von Snow. So there goes the vehicle now, 287. So these vehicles from Mumblerines, again, moving up when they need to, pushing when they need to, sitting tight when they need to. More tickets go down from the Logi being destroyed. Some FFO mortars coming in, but no one on the points.
Striker located on Shakar code. I think it's dug in on a marker. Don't see it so much.
Fuck it, let them sit on Shaka code if they like. Couldn't care less right now.
So Nordic here again calling out exactly what I was saying there. They have no reason to push up here and give themselves a disadvantage by losing bodies on the defense flag because they have a ticket bleed. It's just a matter of time. FFO is going to have to do something here.
We'll read what's money.
Mortars again slightly off from where that hab is. I don't think FFO has spotted it inside of that building. So Nordic now looks like Mumblerines might just be doing kind of what they did last round. Going to push a couple guys towards this mortar. If FFO loses the mortars, that's really the only aggressiveness they have right now. Instead, they have so many guys moving on foot here straight at the next flag. At some point, they're gonna they have to do something here. You got to mix it up. You got to move around and flank. These bodies are really spread out on the hills. It's going to be a long run, but they're not going to be doing anything the longer they take. They need to just push in somewhere. Something like what Bill Nye is doing currently in this vehicle is what they need to be doing with the fall, and down he goes right as I see him. So he tried to get himself in a position again with that Crow Humvee, and he goes down for the second time. So they need to really focus on grouping their vehicles together. Because right now they're sending these one single vehicles, and Mumblerines is just double teaming every time and winning those battles. So FFO has a nice front here on Kohat, but Mumblerines, as we heard earlier, has no desire to push that. That's not going to matter at all. FFO, barring them pushing rather quickly here and capturing all the points in succession, we will not see a win. Mumblerines has been on point here. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard. 71 kills to 27 for FFO.
Can I remove the FOB agency marker east of Malakabad?
71 deaths, 29 deaths, almost a complete flip back and forth here. Both teams here very... it's just a different story. I mean, even with the ping here, Mumblerines on the U.S. server the first round, just focusing on coordination, communication, a lot of comms.
I'm dead. Can't just nail that open striker. It's wide open. Me too.
So Kudu here getting the vehicle kills on a couple guys pushing the mortar.
With the BTS because we're still slightly wounded.
FFO now trying to push south, meeting head-on with Mumblerines. Archangel in a building to the south. Cran pushing up, but he's going to get shot in the back from Scout running in the open. Spooky now on the hill. Meat going down. Scout right behind him, though, as he's trying to bandage. And then Bear Island now coming in. Does he see him? He does now. Scout takes... He goes down from Bear's Island, so FFO just exchanging kills on the hill crest here. Mumblerines, and this is what I'm talking about. All game, this has been just non-stop. Just the control of the map, knowing where to go. Karm here on the northern hill. Here's the distance that Karm is shooting. I think that's Kudu finally having to vacate. Just amazing the amount of distance shooting from these vehicles.
Repair station on the new full bunker.
Really shows you how important vehicle play is and how just amazing it is.
Striker is moving back to main. Crossroad now. East of Shakar.
So not a lot of action here as FFO choosing not to really do anything crazy on a push here. And Mumblerines not giving a crap about pushing the second flag. They have no reason to. So FFO just sitting on the hilltop here. Getting a couple kills, 2 shots. Backpack goes down from a 50. Mumblerines just, like I said, just sitting back, sustaining both their vehicles, middle of the road here, just holding on, watching the hill line. Some mortars coming into the point, but no one there for Mumblerines. They're all pushed off. Number 2 on the one-man army unit here, trying to go after the 30 in the north. If they can get the 30 to the north, FFO might be able to come down the river. That's the only thing Mumblerines has controlling this side of the map. You can see most of the effort from Mumblerines is off to the north and off to the east of the point here.
Enemy striker after being northern road.
Mortar's still on the point, no one there. So we'll swing back here. Not a lot of action to be able to show you folks. I've been trying to just keep an eye on anything here. No consistent strong pushes here by FFO. Number 2 with a rocket out, ready to go at Karm. Number 2 looks like he is a lat kit way up in the north.
No, just drive up and fucking shoot the ACON horse. It's keeping me back and we're fine.
One rocket in on Karm in the 30. He realizes it came from behind and just smartly drives down the hill straight ahead of him. And you can see him a little fast and furious as he flies out of here. So, drifting down the hill at full speed, and oh, he flips it. Uh-oh. Wait till you report that one, the Nordic. That'll get the belt. So now the vehicles from Malakabad helping out Karm here as number 2 was hit by one of those 50s. He is bandaging. And now the vehicle's fully engaging. Down he goes. Explosion. So this vehicle, I guess you could call that a win. I mean, it flipped. It's out of the game. Laser Bear. So FFO has these little small man units. The problem is they need to be doing this with multiple guys. These squad leaders are going off on their own, just exchanging kills. It's just become just a public match almost. A lot of these guys just focusing on their own games, moving around. You don't see any coordination, where when you look at Mumblerines, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in one region. Although half of them might be dead, they're at least moving together and coordinating these rallies and clearing things. So if one of them goes down, there's more there to fill the void. FFO currently, you just have bodies just kind of everywhere. Not a lot of coordination with their movements right now. You take a quick 360 look around. Not a lot here. Cola pushing the mortar fob. No one left there as Cola's going to start digging that fob up. 211 left for FFO to 407. So this match definitely spells the end here. This round, I should say, spells the end here for FFO in the winner's bracket.
Shall you do what? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Liberate enemy mortars fob. If it's in the open, we can park 2 BTRs and liberate it.
I don't think it is, and Cola's on it. Don't worry, I think he's digging it right now.
Copy.
So Kudu rolling around with the vehicle right on top of the mortar fob. This might be the old FFO Olay. Let's get this done.
Alright, it's moving south. You're gonna meet it if you drive up the road. 2 strikers, no, 2 strikers.
Copy.
They're rushing Dry Riverbed.
Copy.
They're right by SL1 now, passing me.
Kudu, no idea. Mumblerines right next to him.
Hit once, you're gonna go up on him, so you're gonna kill him.
So Prankster takes a couple shots. He gets hit twice, and now he's on fire. 202 tickets. So FFO really looks like they're just trying to put these vehicles into play here just to get things closed out. As he makes the jump and down he goes. It's now left up to Kudu, who's got 2 guys directly on top of him. Nordic does a stomp right as Kudu goes down. So now 129. And it really looks like that is the focus here for FFO. Trying to just get this match mostly over with here, as now Mumblerines pushing on their vehicles. So Nordic jumping directly on the vehicle that was being shot by his own vehicles, and then a rocket. So FFO here finally getting some sort of flank around Laser Bear, who went all by himself, finally got some backup. They get the hab down behind enemy territories, and Mumblerines has been so confident here in this match. And look at this, FFO going in for the ninja cap directly on top. Backpack and Cran now pushing to the next flag. So FFO not done yet. They're really focusing on here. It'll be really interesting to see if they can hold on. The main thing is they got to hold this point with everything they've got, because if they can hold out here and get a couple kills, they can cap and neutralize this point, but they got to do it for 3 minutes here. Melonbrower, the only one out here. And finally, Mumblerines realizes they are capping. Melonbrower goes down, so FFO pushing in. Ghost here for going the mortars. He is now squad leading and moving in. Mumblerines on the northern hill. Pakovich and Hexcast. Scout goes down. They're falling back now. So the thing you wanted to see FFO almost do about, what are we in, about 32 minutes? Something you wanted to see them do about 10, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm sending everyone back now.
Finally happening, and now Nordic calling the retreat back to the defense point. All of these units for Mumblerines, FFO kind of honeypotting them out of the point, and here they go. They load back up in the vehicles. Vehicles coming in hot down the road. Going to dump off anyone they can find. Number 2 directly on top of the hab. So FFO doing what they need to do. Got the bodies spawning in here. And since Mumblerines has not been pushing the next point aggressively, I mean, they're nearby, but they're not completely all out over the place. Number 2 still on the hab.
We have hostiles on the radio.
Okay, but I can't shoot him.
Number 2 pushes around and somehow full blast misses. Scout only hits him once. So he's doing his job, honeypotting Mumblerines back enough at their radio. The problem, though, is FFO is dropping bodies here. Prankster went down. Spooky went down. Great Destroyer getting flanked right now by Tegan. Great Destroyer gets shot by Tegan. He goes down, so Mumblerines bringing the bodies back rather quickly here. It's now up to the remaining 4 FFO, but the problem is too many bodies now back on the flag for Mumblerines. And what was to be Backpack's quick flank here to try to back cap might get snuffed out. Bear Island, Cran, and Backpack, the lone members on the next cap flag, trying to go for the quick cap. So again, FFO in the vehicle, you can see Mumblerines just throwing it right at these bodies. Tegan going down from Ghost. Ghost taking shots at Mellenbroer. And it goes right in front of Ghost. Ghost still focusing on Mellenbroer, but doesn't get a shot. Mellenbroer takes him down.
And we have just on the marker.
Thank you. Copy.
So they finally call out. There's the defensive Malakabad. So Russia, Mumblerines able to fully get enough bodies back. JJ here trying to use his optics to take out the Logi truck. Unable to do so, though. RFL now waiting for a call. If only you could shoot tires out.
Hab is being camped by 3 APCs now.
Taking on enemy Fop and Hab on
You can see Mumblerines just calling in the artillery here. Rogue gets a rocket off. Both of them are hurt. Here comes another rocket. Von Snow hops out and Laser Bear going down. And now it's a complete Mumblerine. So FFO with a beautiful flank here. A little late in the game. Not able to get the kills, and it literally just comes down to these vehicles. Maybe if they had not thrown those strikers out of the game so early there, they would have been able to back up their own men here on the western side. But they were not able to here. You can see FFO. Ghost just peppering the bottom of the...
People are underneath the BTR are 30 mil here alive. How do you get grass?
I'm taking it. I'm down.
FFO holding on here, trying to hold off as many bodies as they can on top of it. Rogue getting shot from Pakovic. Uh-oh, and that spells trouble for Karm. His vehicle's in the red. Karm now on foot, and there goes the vehicle. 69 tickets left for FFO here. It's all about pride as they try to stick around. Here come the optics in from Karm. Karm knows they're in there, throws a grenade out as he goes down, though. So FFO holding on here, defending their fob to the west, to the last body. Vehicle goes down for Mumblerine, so even more tickets being lost here. So FFO here staving off the storm by Mumblerines. They throw their vehicles directly at this fob.
Is in.
You can see the push slowly up through the buildings here. Mumblerines perfectly all right with them doing that, though, because this game, like I said, is over. So now it's just a matter of pride here. FFO pushing.
8, 2.
That was mine.
Solid Cell gets in a corner. Throws a nade of his own over the wall. Oh, and it gets bombing right on top of the roof somehow. Comes right around the corner and gets him. So now FFO starting to get the kills they need to, but it's just a little too late in the game. Backpack and Cran, they put a road blocking Hab down. I like the element of surprise here, getting Cran inside the 50.
Got enemies on the hub.
Right on the road, just waiting for something to come around the corner. So the push, strong push here by FFO is being capped. Difference to the north now as Mumblerines is capping that as well.
Let's focus up. We're getting fucking lucky.
So the reason Mumblerines were losing the defense flag is they have bodies on the aggressive flag. Chakar Kot, so...
Clearly they have evolved Nordic.
Striker's down. Yeah, it seems like that. Are they on our hub?
Yes. It's been call out.
So FFO taking back Malakabad. It's going to be at least a double neutral here, though, because Kohat will be capped by Mumblerines. You can see the flaming BTR.
What's the cap on Malakabad?
Bill Nye shooting those bodies.
Malakabad secured, we're recapping.
Alright, cool.
And Mumblerines with a mass spawn right on top of the hab clears that out. So here, who FFO had bodies on top of it. Now all of a sudden that mass spawn clearing it out. They're getting each other up with the medics. You can hear Nordic just calling out exact same tickets, 329 for Mumblerines. This right here, folks, this is mind-boggling to me. Looking at these stats here, FFO with 3 revives on the entire team on this entire half. We're 39 minutes into this round. 3 revives to 43 for Mumblerines, 133 kills, 79 deaths, now 80 deaths. And there's the official end, 340 to 0. So that's going to be a 669 point win for Mumblerines.
Why the fuck are you celebrating? We have 4 this in 2 weeks. Fucking focus. Just kidding. Love you, fucking retarded piece of shit.
Direct. You see my fucking logi driving though.
Fuck you, Bowman. I love all of you fucking retards.
Fuck you, Bowman.
So the end of the game here comes down to Mumblerines using the vehicles, mortars from both sides, really on point. Strong play all around from both teams. Again, Mumblerines, though, just controlling the map with these vehicles, the communication, the rotating. They always had a plan of attack here. FFO, second round anyways, looks like they were just a little bit off their game. They weren't able to really get there with the vehicle. Driving with the ping difference here, about close to 200 ping, can really be the difference between getting between those trees. They were able to get the fob and the hab down, but it's just very interesting here to see how these different things play out. Perfect world, you love everyone to sit there with 20 ping and have just an epic match with nothing like that with vehicles happening. But a beautiful game all around. Mumblerines will take the win. FFO will fall into the losers bracket. I believe, let's see if we can find a quick look at who they might be playing. We'll get you as much up to date as we can with that. So Mumblerines will take on Fortis. The winner of that will be your ISKT Premier League winners. Well, not winners, but I mean, there will be the winners bracket representation, and they will have to wait. Looks like FFO will jump down. They will take on the Finnish squad. And then FFO Finnish squad, you'll have Paradise Indies versus Salt. So a lot of still great matches here in ISKT Premier League. Again, Mumblerines and Fortis will just be another beautiful matchup. The Australians versus the Europeans here. That's a much more even-keeled ping on both sides. We usually do an LA server between the both of them. And it literally comes down to just shooting and just communication. And it's going to be a great matchup. We'll have that one hopefully here in a couple of weeks for you once those matches get planned. Again, check out our Discord at discord.me/ISKT. We'll ping for all the different matches when they're set up. We'll let you all notify when those happen, and we usually have an end of the round articles written by some of our staff members. We encourage anyone, if you want to write anything about the community, we have an open system with our articles. Anyone that's on this webpage, internationalsquad.com, can write an article, so feel free to stop by there. Again, I'm Hanik31. I thank all of you for joining me this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world, to watch 2 of the great matchups here. FFO, the former Season 1 winners of ISKT, getting bested by Mumblerines here. So for 2 times in 1 season, they have the number of FFO. Both wins coming on Kohat River Valley AAS V1. I am Hanik31. I will catch all of you next time.